Okay, welcome back to the channel. So we are getting ready to move into our first video series. I planned out I think 5 videos for this, but we're going to talk about the whole Minutemen militia type thing, going over gear, equipment, stuff that I use, thoughts and opinions, firearms, all sorts of different stuff that we're going to be talking about with this little 5 video series or something like that. There might be a couple more, I don't know yet. But I kind of want to start off this little series by just kind of giving my feedback and thoughts and opinions on the whole militia thing or whole Minutemen type thing, because they're two totally different things. So I kind of want to talk about them real quick before I start diving into gear and equipment and everything. But anyways, so I kind of have mixed opinions on the militia aspect of things. I do believe that it is a very good thing to have, kind of like the last resort. We get invaded, something happens, the initial front line, which is the military, then law enforcement, then militia type deal. So I am for the militia, but to an extent. The militias out there that are far right or far left, no. I don't agree with them. I don't agree with their viewpoints or, the extreme beliefs, whether it's racism or anything like that, I don't agree with. Or groups that just want to cause damage or, violence or anything, I don't agree with that. But when you come down to the militias that are, have good intentions, good ideas, so, try to help and benefit the community, that I'm okay with. Making sure that militia is, not crossing that line of, hey, these guys could be considered domestic terrorists. I don't associate with that. I don't agree with that. But having a group of people who are classified as a militia that are actually out there trying to help their community and benefit people, but at the same time being prepared to take up arms in defense of the country. I don't agree with causing violence, damage, whatever. I don't agree with that. So when it comes down to the whole Minutemen thing, I don't. There's a lot of videos out there in regards to the whole Minutemen idea. Not everybody's a Minuteman. It takes a specific set of people. It's, for lack of a better term, it's the special forces of the militia. The people who are legit ready to go, 5 seconds out the door, go set up a defensive position and wait until the rest of the militia comes up. Kind of just a brief example. So if you're trying to sit there and put yourself into the category of being a Minuteman or, classifying as that, then you might want to make sure that you're actually capable of, okay, shit just hit the fan, we just got invaded, zombie apocalypse, whatever, I could grab my gear, I can go set up a defensive position, hold my own for X amount of time until reinforcements arrive. If you want to, take that title, then by all means, but make sure you have the ability to back that. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, 800 pounds, I got my rifle that's never been used, I got gear that's collecting dust because I don't use it, but I'm a Minuteman. I classify as a Minuteman. No, not really. I'm kind of trying to, with my gear, I am trying to get it to a point to where, if something were to happen right now, I could grab it and go. Go set up, go defend some location. I'm not to that point yet. I have a lot of work. I have a lot of conditioning. I have a lot of gear changes. My gear's constantly evolving, constantly changing. So I am not in that type of position to classify myself as a Minuteman. Minuteman, whatever. So if you want to take that title, make sure you can back it. Make sure that you are 100% ready to go at a moment's notice. Grab your gear and go. You don't have to sit there and spend 5 hours oh, hey, where's this? I need this. Where's my ammo? Where's my gun? Where's, whatever. make sure that you are ready to go. So, overall, like, I agree with the whole Minutemen militia thing. We need it. Like, it is a beneficial thing to have in country. I mean, look at Ukraine. Like, Ukraine is being defended by a militia. Like, we need a militia, because when the military fails, or the military needs backup, and law enforcement and all these other different groups that are like set up to defend fail or need assistance, then it falls down to the whole militia type thing. So if you're like trying to get into a militia, make sure you're not like getting into like these far right, far left, I want to cause violence, let's go blow up buildings. Like, avoid that stuff, because that gives the whole militia thing a really bad name. It really does. So we need it, but it needs to be better. And here's another thing about the whole militia thing. If you're sitting there trying to join a militia, or thinking about starting your own with your best friends or whatever, make sure that your group members, your team members, your, squad, whatever you want to call it, is fit, is ready to go, is not, sitting in grandma's basement playing Call of Duty type deal. Like, make sure, like, hold regular training exercises. That way, if your group is ever called upon, or if your group needs to go do whatever because there's a hurricane, or community efforts, or community relief, whatever, make sure your group is ready to go. Make sure you're joining a group that is equipped and ready to handle natural disasters, ready to provide relief to communities that suffer some type of damage. Militias are more than just, in my opinion, militias are more than just, guns and ammo, government takeover bullcrap like that. Militias need to be able to sit there and be like, okay, this location was just hit by a tornado. Let's go set up shop, set up tents, distribute food, distribute help, help in the rebuild process. To me, that is a militia. A group of people that are willing and able to go and rebuild, to go support, to go help, not to go enforce, because that's not their job until it's physically needed, because, we got law enforcement and military and different groups for that, but to simply set up shop and help. That is a good militia, in my opinion. A group that wants to do good, that wants to support their community, wants to back their government. Our government might not be the greatest, but we still need a group of people that are willing to back our military, back our, law enforcement, and sit there and defend the country and community when needed. I don't agree with the far left, far right groups that just want to cause harm and violence. I don't agree with that. But yeah, this is the first part of this whole little video series I'm doing. I don't know what the next one's going to be. I got to look at my paper that I wrote down everything on. But yes, if you have thoughts and opinions on that whole, like, militia, Minutemen type thing, or, whatever, throw it in the comment section, hit the like button. If you don't like the video, let me know. I don't like how they changed the dislike thing, but yeah. I have to go get ready for work, go drink some more coffee. So I will potentially see you guys tomorrow.